ബാല്യം പതിലം.
Good morning students, how are you all? Right, I am Rajesh, teaching social studies. Today we are going to learn social sciences class 3, third class, chapter number 2. Okay, third class, chapter number 2. Open your books and get ready. Let us start the lesson. In the second lesson, what is our second lesson heading? It's about time. What is our second lesson heading? It's about time. When you remember about the time, immediately what do we get in our mind? What do we get in our mind? If you are studying the school, immediately 5 o'clock I have to get up, I have to get ready by 6 o'clock, van is going to come by 6:30, I have to finish up my breakfast, and everything should be perfect, and I should go near to the place where the van is going to stop. So when you think about the time, immediately what is going to happen the next coming hours, you are going to prepare and make up yourself. That is time. So in time majorly we are going to focus about calendar. In time majorly we are going to focus about calendar. Students, can you tell me what is a calendar? Generally you will be having pocket calendars are there, and big calendars are there in our home. Okay, electronic calendars are there in the pocket, in the sense in the mobiles. So what do you mean by a calendar? Okay, I will tell you very easily. Okay, a chart. Calendar is a chart. Look here, a chart that show days, weeks and months. That's all. What do we see in the calendar? Tell. Generally what do we see in the calendar? We see days in the calendar, we see weeks in the calendar, we also find month in the calendar. Months are there, weeks are there and days are there. All these together will be placed in a calendar. That is called calendar. Students, now you tell me what is a calendar? A chart which shows days, weeks, months is called a calendar. Is it clear now? Then what are the uses of calendar? Next point, what are the uses of calendar? You see here, uses of calendar. Generally, do we have any kind of use? Generally, you remind when is your birthday, when is your birthday, when is your father's birthday, when is your father's marriage day, okay, when is your mother's birthday, when is your grandparents' marriage day or birthday, like this. When to keep all these records, we use calendar. To keep all these records, all these events, we use calendar. Understood now? What are the uses of calendar? Here is a small point given here. To keep track of dates. What track of dates? When you were born, when you started going to school, when you started writing 10th class exam, when did you study intermediate, when did you study degree, PG, when you started doing the job. So when we keep on a track of records or a track of dates, we call it, in such a way we use the calendar. Here you see, to keep the track of dates, special date and events. Understood? We use the calendar to keep a track of dates, a track of special days and a track of events. So for this purpose we use the calendar. Understood now? Why do we use the calendar? That is the next point. Another point what we are going to learn is very important points. There are different types of varieties of calendars are there. Various forms of calendars are there. Okay? Generally we know that many calendars. When we go back to the history, there are Gregorian calendar. One calendar is there. That is the first calendar which is introduced. Okay, so here various forms of calendars. Let us see what are the various forms of calendars in a lesson. Look here now. First one is yearly calendar. Tell me students, what do we see in the yearly calendar? Students, can any one of you tell me what do we see in the year calendar? In the year calendar, we see days, we see months, we see weeks, we see some special days, we see some Sundays were marked in red color. So all these can be found in the year calendar. So year calendar comprises of 12 months. how many Sundays are there, how many months are there, how many holidays are there, everything will be shown in that. That is called year calendar. So don't keep always book in the mind. You listen carefully. If you listen, then you can write your own words. You can write the answers in your own words. So look here, yearly calendar completed now. Next one, monthly calendar. What do you mean by monthly calendar? How many months are there in a year? 12 months are there. So monthly calendar means when you turn the calendar up in your home, you see only 1 month will be there in the calendar. So what does it show? That monthly calendar will show how many Sundays are there, how many weeks are there, how many days are there in that month, okay, how many holidays will be there. So how many Sundays are there, how many Mondays are there. Like this, it will show complete information about a month. Okay, monthly calendar. In your home we are having monthly calendars. Every month we will turn the page, we will rotate the page. Okay, so 12 months are there. 12 months are there. In these 12 months, which month we are following now, what is today's date, like that we use the monthly calendar. Is it clear now? Monthly calendar shows month. Okay, months. That is about monthly calendar. Coming to the weekly calendar. Weekly calendar will show how many weeks are there, how many Sundays are there, how many Mondays are there, how many Tuesdays are there, how many Saturdays are there. So generally when we see the weekly calendar, immediately we will refer to how many holidays are there, right? Yes or no? So weekly calendar will give information about the weeks. How many weeks are there, what are that, what we are going to plan. All this will be there in the weekly calendar. The next one is daily calendar. Daily calendar is very important. Some of the students, they used to maintain their daily record in the diary. Some students will write, so and so today social sir came to class, he explained this lesson. Today I went to Sam sir, so we have learned a good lesson today. So like this, some students will maintain a track of dates in the daily calendar. So they will write the importance of the day. In the daily calendar, they will write about the importance of the day. Some of you are having diaries. For a one day, one page will be given. So what all the activities, what all the events you have did in that month, in that day, you will be writing in that daily calendar. So that is the use of daily calendar. Next comes electronic calendar. This is very simple one. Electronic calendar, no need to carry or no need to see always. Each and everybody are having mobiles, gadgets, wallets. So all these are there, no? So in that only they will be having electronic calendar. Okay? When we see a mobile, you can see if you today date you cannot remember, calendar is there, yearly calendar and monthly calendar, everything is there in the calendar, mobiles. So if you turn that, you can see that. That is called electronic calendar. Calendar when we use with the help of mobile phones. These are the various forms of calendars. Students, how many forms of calendars are there? 5 different forms of various forms of calendars are there. What are they? What is the first one? Yearly calendar, monthly calendar, weekly calendar, daily calendar, and the next one is electronic calendar. So these are the various forms of calendars. Uses also we have studied. We even studied what is a calendar. Okay. Now let us study about classification of events. Calendars made on the classification of events. So when we see the calendar, most of the time immediately our eyes will be seen on how many holidays are there, how many Sundays are there, how many days are there, how many days they are giving for Pongal holidays, how many days they are giving for Dasara holidays, Christmas holidays, summer holidays, when is the school is going to be reopened. So for all this we call it as some events are there. So calendars can be also made on the basis of events. Let us study the classification of events. First one is family events. Family events, national events, school events. Okay, family events, national events, school events. What do we study in the family event? First of all, let us study about what do we learn about the family event. Okay, you got 10 days of holidays in the Christmas, during the Christmas days. So how do you spend and where do you go? What will happen? All the parents, all the children, all the relatives, they come to your home. You sit together, you celebrate, you eat, you go for the church, you go to the church, spend time there. Okay? All the family members will join together and they celebrate that event. Okay? And during the Diwali also, parents will bring the crackers for enjoying the small kids. Everything they will bring. During the night time, they glow, they have a full light around the house. So in that way they celebrate. And also recently Dasara holidays also, they go, they spend time, they play all the items which were there in the Dasara holidays time. At that time they go to the parks, they go to museums, okay, they go to the Dasara ground where they will show all the events. Like that they spend time. So keeping a track of records of all those, when we celebrate all these together, we will try to maintain those family events. That is called as family events. Christmas together we will celebrate. Diwali, maybe your birthday, all of you will call all your relatives. You will keep a track of that event carefully. That is called family event. Is it clear? Next comes national event. What is the importance of national event? What is the importance of August 15th, January 26th, October 2nd? So what are all these? These are national importance given days. For example, what is the importance of August 15th? Can any one of you tell me what is the importance of August 15th? 15th August is a Independence Day. That is a national event. On that day, our Prime Minister will hoist the flag on the Red Fort. Okay? We all know that even in our school also, during the August 15th, we celebrate Independence Day. Everybody come together to the school, sharp by 8:15, we will hoist the flag, they'll give some sweets, parade will be there, students will do march past, okay? Chief guest will talk on the occasion of Independence Day. So this is a kind of national importance. So addressing the nation, Prime Minister will speak. Addressing the state, our Chief Minister will speak. Addressing our school representatives will speak. Okay. So that is the events. Those are called events. So when it comes to the national events, Independence Day, August 15th. Republic Day, Jan 26th, Gandhi Jayanti, October 2nd. So these are some of the important events where we celebrate national wide. These are the events where we celebrate national wide. Understood? That is called national events. Keep it in mind, we are studying about the events of classification or classification of events. And the third one is school events. What do we celebrate in the school events? We celebrate sports day, annual day, sports day. Okay. So when we talk about the sports day, we have a good preparation. What type of games should be conducted, giving medals to the students. Okay. What medal should be given to the first prize, second prize, third prize, like that. And all the students, teachers, principals, coordinators, deans, everybody, they sit together, they make a list of events what are going to be conducted. Okay. And during the annual day also, what all the annual development took place in our school, what are the achievements made by our students in the school, everything we are going to give a precise information to the people who come to speculate about the annual day. So this is called annual day and sports day. We call this as a school events. We call this as a school events. So classification of events, they really helps us to store or keep a track of records of family events, national events and school events. So in this way also we can use our calendars, yearly calendars. Students, all the activity part, what is there in your book, you do that activity part, but this part, if you understand, you can write the answer in your own words. Understood, children? So this is all a part. The next one what we are going to learn here is chronological order. What do you mean by chronological order? Chrono means first. So month, let us see first. Chronological order means first. Here timeline. Why do we need a timeline? Why do we maintain chronological order? For example, let us take your the events of your family. Let us take Mr. X, a boy. Mr. X was born in 1985. Example, started going to school from 1990. Started going to school from 1990. Okay, wrote 10th class in 2000, passed school in 2000 10th class. After that 2002 completed intermediate, and in 2005 completed PG degree. Okay, like this. Okay, finally by 2015 he started doing job, and by 2018 he got married and a child was born. So like this, to keep a track of records we need calendars. To keep a track of events, how can we remember these events? How can we remember these dates? We have to remember, or we need to keep a track of these events in the form of timeline table. Okay, chronological order means from the beginning till the ending what all happened. Writing about that is called chronological order. So when you are born, when you are going to school, when you passed 10th, when you passed intermediate, when you completed degree, when you completed PG, when you married, when you got a child, all these together we call it as a timeline, arranging the years in the form of chronological order. Is it clear, students? So this is what is about calendar. So this is what we need to know about. It's about time. It's about time. Here you can see time. The time when you are born, the time when you go to school, the time when you completed your 10th. In the same way, these are also called as events. These are also called as what? Events. So once again, in a brief, let us learn in detail. In a brief, what is calendar? A chart that shows dates, weeks, months in a chart, in a place, in a packed in one particular area is called as a calendar. Okay, uses of calendar. What are the uses of calendar? We can keep a track of dates, special dates, and events. What are the various forms of calendars? Yearly calendar, monthly calendar, weekly calendar, daily calendar, and electronic calendar. These are the different types of calendars that we have already studied. The next comes here, classification of events. So in the classification of events, family events, national events, and school events. These are having some kind of value, some kind of importance is given for these classifications. So family events means family members together, they try to celebrate Diwali, Christmas, all those festivals together. So that is called a family event. National event means independent national days, giving importance to national days. That is, tell me what are the important national days? Independence Day, Republic Day, and Gandhi Jayanti. And the third one is school events. We try to celebrate sports day and annual day. They talk about that, have a good preparation about that. All this is about, it's about a time. It's about time. So students, I hope you have understood everything. Once go through the lesson and you will understand very easily. Okay, thank you. Take care, children. See you in the next class.